I'm a little late, don't mind me, but it is time to go over all the games I played in July this year. First up, we were continuing on with the Observation Duty series, and I was able to finish the 4th game. This one I'm going to rank alongside the 2nd game at a 6 out of 10. Still a great game, they're what you would expect at this point. The reason it goes a little bit below 3 again was just because it didn't really do anything to shake up the formula of the game. It definitely did ramp up the difficulty though. Some of the levels in this took a good couple tries, but it just wasn't super unique as compared to the first or the second game. Like, at least the third one had the different first person perspective, so it felt a little bit different. So it was still good, it just didn't really do anything special to stand out from the others. Next, we jumped back to the BioShock series to finally go in and play the DLCs. Now, I played the BioShock trilogy originally about 2.5 years ago, and I just never did the DLCs for whatever reason, so I decided it was finally time to go back and do those ones. Now, these DLCs I'm not going to rank individually because they are both very short. They're only like 2 or 3 hours long, so it's not fair to rank them as their own games, but I am going to kind of meld them in to the originals. So originally BioShock 2 was my favorite out of the trilogy. I gave it a 9 out of 10. I think BioShock 2 as a whole, even with this DLC, it does still sit at a 9 out of 10. I did really enjoy it. I liked that it added a bit more backstory to the Big Daddies and Little Sisters, and you sort of find out a little bit more what they really are. But I do think you can kind of leave it or take it. It doesn't do a whole lot to the story of BioShock 2 as a whole. It did feel pretty disconnected to the main story of BioShock 2 as well. That just could be because it's been 2 years since I played it, so I've forgotten a little bit about it, but it was good. It just didn't really feel like it added a whole lot, so BioShock 2 stays where it is. The BioShock Infinite DLC, however, is fantastic, and I think that if you do play BioShock Infinite, you need to play this one after as well, non-negotiable. I am also pretty certain that most people who disliked BioShock Infinite because of its story also never played the DLC, and that they should. BioShock Infinite originally was my least favorite out of the trilogy. I gave it a 7 out of 10. Gameplay-wise and story-wise, I really liked it. It would have been about equal to the first or the second game for me, but because it didn't really do much to the story of the first 2 games, it felt like its own thing, is the only reason why I ranked it lower, but the game itself I really liked. This DLC changes everything. And BioShock Infinite, I think I'm actually going to bump up to a 9 out of 10. The same as BioShock 2, which is probably a little bit controversial. I know some people still really don't like this game, but this DLC as a whole not only links this game back to the other 2 games, which was my original criticism in the first place, but it is just so good. I love a good time paradox and a good time loop, but this DLC was awesome. Granted, it was a little hard to follow the characters again, being that it had been 2.5 years since I played the main game, so don't play this 2 years after you finish the original. But if you have played BioShock Infinite and you haven't played the DLC, or if you are considering playing BioShock Infinite, this is a non-negotiable, I think. But that is it. It was a little bit of a shorter month for us, but August is absolutely packed with plans, so do stick around to see what we play next.